Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian, and I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here on the west coast of Canada. I hope everybody is having an awesome week so far. Welcome, Carolina, our chat moderator. Hi, Kuolin, Mal Baljit. Good to see our members. Parya Hotien Fong Han Zoek. Good to see many students in the class as well. Students, right now we are looking at IELTS speaking part 1. The questions will be focusing on work and play, and we will be looking to give some Band 9 answers. Before we go on, Happy Lunar New Year to everyone. I know it started yesterday, but we didn't have a class then. So this will be an interactive live IELTS class where we will be chatting with our students. I will be giving feedback and strategies for those high Band 9 scores, everyone. And this lesson is brought to you by aehelp.com and gieltshelp.com. To get prepared for the academic IELTS, please visit us on our website at aehelp.com. It looks like this, and click this big red button to join our premium package. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access. We will be using this website today for student speaking, because you can find speaking partners for your IELTS exam for free. You don't have to pay for that. You can try it for free with this green button here. To join for the general IELTS, it's the green background. Again, click this big red button. For the premium package, it's a one-time payment for lifetime access. We are an official British Council IELTS partner, registration center, and certified agents. So you are in great hands with us. And we've got a special Lunar New Year discount code for you. Just hit this or use this code TIGER9, TIGER9, because of course, as many of you may or may not know, it is the year of the tiger. So definitely use that code when you're signing up on the website. All you need to do is just click that red button, join now, click the use coupon code, type in TIGER9, and hit continue, and you've got your 30% discount. So that's all you have to do. All right, Instagram, you can kind of see those Instagram and app logos beside me there. Academic IELTS help, general IELTS help in your Apple app, Google Play stores, Instagram IELTS_AEhelp, GIELTS helps. Check us out there. We've got tons and tons more for you there. All right. Lost Soul, I'm looking at you in our chat, says, all thanks to your guidance, I was able to score a solid 9 in my IELTS exam. Thank you, sir. Lost Soul, please send me an email, and my email address is just right there beside me, adrian@aehelp.com. If anybody has questions, send me an email to adrian@aehelp.com. This is our live class schedule that you see all around me here to my right. The live class schedule goes from Wednesday to Saturday. We've got 2 classes tomorrow. We've got writing and reading, and then we've got speaking, reading, and more speaking. So lots coming up in the week. All right. And Lost Soul, again, send us an email. I'd love to get your testimonial. All right, everyone. So again, that's my email there, adrian@aehelp.com. Any questions, comments, just reach us out there. Rishav, I see you there in the general IELTS as well. I'm glad that we were able to give you lots of help. Okay, students, speaking part 1. See this gentleman sitting on my head here? He's kind of like an IELTS examiner with his necktie and glasses, looking all professional. So speaking part one, the speaking section of the IELTS exam, it's about around 12 minutes from start to finish. You will sit down with a native English speaker who is professionally trained to evaluate your speaking. You will go early to your exam. I highly recommend showing up an hour before, practicing your English. Use our websites even on that day to speak with other people, practice questions. And then you will go to your interview. And in your interview, your examiner will have these introductory questions for you, okay? So just repeat these questions after me. So right now we're just going to do a little bit of question repetition first, and then we're going to ask and answer these questions, okay? So these are the questions. These are some very typical icebreaker, warm-up questions, introductory questions in the IELTS. So here we go. Repeat after me. What is your full name? May I see your identification? Where do you live? Do you have brothers or sisters? So these could be some questions the examiner might ask you. Now, when you're at home and you're practicing, practice with the questions as well as the answers. So a lot of students forget to focus on questions. They only focus on answers. And it's important to focus on questions as well. Okay, let's answer a couple of these together in the chat, and then we'll actually do real-time audio voice calls. So here we go. You can see these questions here. Okay, and let's just make sure that you're on the right track here. Okay, let's get the right size. There we go. All right, so here are the examiner's questions. First one, again, repeat after me. What is your full name? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. And I can see that there are a lot of people enjoying the new emojis that we have on our channel as well. It's bringing a smile to my face. All right, stay focused though on the lesson, students, as well. Remember, in the IELTS, you have to stay focused. So what is your full name? Now, right away, show fluency from the beginning. Okay. So Fatima Jodasbayeva says in the chat, my full name is Fatima Jodasbayeva. Please call me Fatima. Yeah, that works. So you don't really need more than that. You've got a nice fluent sentence, Fatima, and I like it. Okay, so perfect, yeah. Give your full name and give the end. Now, if you want to paraphrase a little bit right away, showing your lexical resource, then instead of full name, you could use the word whole. Okay, so repeat after me, Fatima, and everybody else. My whole name is Fatima Jodasbayeva. Please call me Fatima. I'm probably not pronouncing your family name right, but hopefully it's somewhat close. All right, here's another one. Let's take another one here. Okay. This is by Ayub. So Ayub says, my given name is Ayub and my family name is Muhammad Ayub. Please address me by my given name. Ayub, very nice and polite. I like it. Family name, common noun, just small f. Okay. All right. Address, double D's. Okay. So again, very nice and fluent, a little bit longer than Fatima, but a great answer nonetheless. So my given name is Ayub and my family name is Muhammad Ayub. Please address me by my given name, Ayub. All right, Ayub. Next question by the examiner. May I see your identification? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. These are always the first two questions. First, they might ask you for your identification or your name. They sometimes will switch these two questions up, but they're always the first two questions, and they're looking for your name in your passport. Anirban, thank you for the super chat donation, and I love your South Park character. That's fantastic, by the way. And welcome to Jaineel back to us. Ooh, Jaineel's got a study visa for Canada. Congratulations, Jaineel. That's just awesome. That means you're on your way, right? Because once you've got your study visa, there's nothing stopping you. You just got to get on a plane. Awesome, Jaineel. Okay, back to target here. I'm just happy to see our members and our students succeeding. That's a great way for me to start the Lunar New Year. Okay, so may I see your identification? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. Okay, Young Money Fitness says, yes, here's my passport, which I used for registration for this IELTS exam. Please take a look. That's very good, Young. I'm not sure if that's your name or if that's the name of the fitness, so I'll say Young. Okay, so this is what Young says. Young, just a slight correction, but overall it's quite good. So Young says, yes, here is my passport, which I used for registration for, just a little typo there, for this IELTS exam. This exam is just one, not plural. Okay, please take a look. Yeah, very nice. Okay, that works. And I hope everybody is repeating me. Okay, so make sure you're repeating. So one more time, repeat me. Here we go with the question first. May I see your identification? Yes, here's my passport, which I used for registration for this IELTS exam. Please take a look. All right. Marcio Gomez has a different answer in the general IELTS. Marcio Gomez says, here is my passport, which I use for travel when I have to go abroad. I wouldn't say that, Marcio. Even though it makes sense, it's not specific to the exam. Use these warm-up questions to make sure that you're specific to the exam, okay? So here's my passport, which I used. It's obviously your passport that you use for travel as well, hopefully, which I used to register a few weeks ago. For this test. Please have a look at my credentials. Okay, so students, be focused on answering the specific question and the specific scenario, okay, every single time, all right? And that's kind of my next tip to you here. I'm going to write it at the top. So do not go off topic, okay? Do not go off topic. The examiners really don't like that, and your marks go down, okay? So do not go off topic. Stay focused on your situation, the task, the question, okay? Very important to get those high band 9 scores, all right? All right, Marcio says, I got that, thanks. Okay, good. Mohammed Ayev says, yes, here's my passport that I used to register for the exam. That works well also. Okay, so it looks like students are on the right path. Now, instead of typing, because it is a speaking class, let's practice some speaking. So, for the speaking, we've got lots more questions coming at you. So you'll see that there will be part 1 general topic questions. And I'm going to ask you as many of these questions as I can. Just repeat these questions after me. So again, you see this nice IELTS examiner there above my head. And the IELTS examiner says, let's talk about work and play. A very popular topics, by the way, on the IELTS exam. How often do you work? Repeat these after me. How often do you work? How much time do you have to play? Do you like your work or school? What are your favorite games to play? If you could change one aspect of your job or school, what would it be? Have you ever played a game outside of your country? If yes, where and when? All right, I'm going to reach out and ask you some of these questions. But before I do that, let me show you what you need to do in order to volunteer to speak with me so that we can connect. Here we go. So these are the steps to volunteering to live chat with me in today's class, everyone. So we're going to be reaching out and talking to our students. I'm going to get my headset going here. Okay, so for volunteering, follow these steps. Number 1, register a free or paid account at aehelp.com. Number 2, log into your My Student account. Number 3, click on Student Partner Speaking. And number 4, enable your microphone in your browser. Keep the window open. Message Master, I want to volunteer. Let me show you how to do this, okay? So I'll walk you through these steps in real time here as well. So let's go to our Academic IELTS website. You can create an account, a free account, by clicking this green Try Demo button, or you can get that paid full premium account with the red Join Now button. Remember, use the code TIGER9, the New Year's discount, for that 30% discount. Then you'll have that My Student account at the top. And once you're in your My Student account, you can click on this Student Partner Speaking. Student Partner Speaking. Accept the terms means you play nicely, you speak with respect to others. And once you're there, you will be in the chat interface. You will see a blue envelope to chat, a little camera to video chat, and a little telephone to audio chat. Please do not use the video with me. It's impossible because I'm using video for YouTube. And then once you're in here, you just hit the blue button, the blue envelope where it says Master. That will be me. And then all you do is you say, I want to volunteer. And I will select people at random and I will ask you questions. And I just heard somebody ping me right now. So let's see who that was. Oh, Baljit's pinging away. Bakrat's pinging away. Ramesh Kumar's pinging away. Let's reach out to Baljit this morning, see how he is doing. Baljit says, hi, Master. Okay, hi, Baljit. Are you ready? I have a feeling Baljit is ready. Let's see what's going on with Baljit. Okay. Baljit says, yes, sir, so I can reach out to Baljit. That's fantastic. Here we go.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Baljit. How are you?
I'm doing great, sir. What about you?
I'm doing fantastic as well. Did you celebrate the Lunar New Year at all, Baljit?
No, sir.
Not so much in India, right?
We have celebrated only the New Year.
Only the New Year. I was curious because, I mean, of course, India being very, very close to China, right? I was wondering how much the Lunar New Year might be celebrated there. But here in Victoria, where I am in Vancouver, we have a very large Chinese population. So it's quite a big celebration for us here. So we celebrate 2 New Years. How's that? What do you think about that?
Oh, that's interesting to know.
Right? Yeah. So another good thing about Canada, you get to celebrate all kinds of culturally. You know, Canada is very multicultural. And again, for everybody watching, I'm from Canada. And in Canada, we actually celebrate a lot of different events from different cultures. So it's like we're having a party every day here in Canada. All right. So Baljeet, I am right. So Baljeet, I'm going to ask you a part one question. Give me a nice full sentence answer, and then I'll give you some feedback. Okay?
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay, so Baljeet, still some icebreaker questions. A very common one. Where do you live?
I live in a small village which is known as 21 GG, and it is just 40 kilometer from international border of Pakistan.
Okay. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I have my elder brother, and he is 2 years older than me, and he have great experience of life, and he is a soldier as well. So whenever I have free time, I spend my quality time with him, and he teaches me a lot of things about life. Like yesterday, we had conversation about how to cock a gun, and it was really interesting.
Okay. So great. I'm going to stop there. So these warm up, that was pretty good. That was good. So I think that's a solid band 7.5, and you're getting better. You're getting smoother, Baljeet. I can tell you're practicing. That's very, very good. So the first question I asked you is, where do you live? And you said, I live in a small village, which is known as 21 GG.
Yeah, yes.
Which is 20, did you say 21 kilometers away from the international border of Pakistan?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So the name of the village comes from the distance of it from Pakistan. Okay. All right. For this question, Baljeet, I definitely suggest also mentioning your residence. Like, do you live in a house or do you live in an apartment? So what kind of a residence do you live in?
I live in a two-story building, and it consists of 4 rooms and one kitchen as well.
Okay, great. So that kind of a detail will definitely help to guarantee that you get the maximum score possible. So I live in a two-story, and is it an apartment then? Apartment building?
It is the house.
Okay, in a two-story
Yeah.
house. I live in a two-story house. So that you don't have to give like too much details about the house. Just give the house so that visually I can see the house, the village, and then the bigger region of it being in India, close to Pakistan. So I live in a two-story house in a small village. You don't need the witches. You can be concise in speaking sometimes as well. So known as 21 GG, and it is. I'm just cleaning it up a little bit. Just 21 kilometers from the international border of Pakistan. Okay, do you have any brothers or sisters? Yes, I have my older brother. What's your older brother's name?
Raj, breathe.
Raj. Okay. Just the first name. Whenever you're mentioning specific people in your IELTS speaking, and this is for everybody, so listen carefully, everyone, it's good to identify their names. It gives them character, it gives them depth, it gives them a sense of reality, and it gives your speaking a sense of originality. Okay, so it's good to do that. It's good to say, yes, I have my elder brother Raj, and he is 2 years older than me. He has great experience in life. He's a soldier, and we get along really well. And then stop. For the warm-up questions, don't speak too much because the IELTS examiner will interrupt you. They want to get to their kind of like their main questions, their main part one questions. So you don't want to speak too much, but you do want to be fluent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. I got it.
Okay, so and we get along really well. Some nice natural English there. Okay, so repeat after me, just this second one, okay? So Do you have brothers or sisters? Yes, I have my elder brother Raj, and he is 2 years older than me. He has great experience in life. He's a soldier as well, and we get along really well. Do you have brothers or sisters?
Yes, I have my elder brother, Raj, and he is 2 years older than me. He has great experience in life. He is a soldier as well, and we get along really well.
Okay, much better. I took out the second well, just so it's not so repetitive, but that's a very good, clean answer. Okay, so keep practicing that. Pay attention to those little details, but not over speaking. It's that fine balance. Okay.
Okay, okay.
All right. Thank you, Baljit, for being the first volunteer this week and in this Lunar New Year.
Yes, sir.
Bye for now.
Thank, thank you for your feedback, sir.
You're welcome. Bye for now. Okay, so that was Baljit. That was really good. Give Baljit some thumbs up. He was very brave. He's improving. Okay, and that's what you need to do. All right. Okay, let's reach out to Juan Pablo in a different region of the world here. Let's see if Juan is with us right now. I don't know. Juan says, I don't have a job, but I can pretend. Absolutely, you can, Juan. And are you ready to answer some questions or answer a question? Let's see if Juan is with us. And if you go to school, if you don't have a job, you can kind of use your school as a substitute for work as well. You can say, well, I don't currently work, but I do go to school. And I do that on every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? So be clever. Either make up a job that you have or substitute. Okay, you can do that as long as you connect it to the topic. Okay, I'm not sure what happened to Juan. Maybe Juan left. Let me reach out to someone else here. Let's try Ho. I'm not sure if we've spoken with Ho so far. I'm trying to pick some new people as well. Ho says, I'm ready. Okay. Are you ready? Ho. I have a feeling Ho might be maybe in Vietnam, I'm guessing. Let's see. And again, students, make sure you enable your microphone and your speaker. Okay. Hello, Ho. I can hear that you picked up.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Awesome. So, Ho, where are you right now?
Well, yeah. I'm calling from Ho Chi Minh City.
Ho Chi Minh City. Okay,
Yes.
very, very famous. And did you celebrate the Lunar New Year?
Yes, actually, I have spent like 2 days ago, for the preparation during Tet holiday and helping my grandparents to clean the house as well.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about that. Cleaning the house and just being kind of renewed for the new year. That's a part of the tradition of
Yeah,
the Lunar New Year. So
yeah,
that's great.
yes.
We have something similar in Western culture. We call it spring cleaning, where the family gets together and we do like this big cleaning of the house, and we call it spring cleaning, which happens in the springtime. Yeah, I've heard that for the Lunar New Year, cleaning is a big part of it, which is kind of interesting. Okay, Ho, I'm going to ask you a question for part 1 IELTS. Give me a nice
Yeah,
full sentence answer, and then I'll give you some feedback, okay?
yeah, got it.
All right, so let's talk about work and play. How often do you work?
Well, I'm a bit workaholic, so naturally I spend around 9 to 10 hours devoting to work almost every day. And mostly I spend on studying and as well as planning for my future.
Okay, I'm almost caught up to you.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, Okay, let me give you a bit of feedback. So that would be about a band 6.5 to a 7. I think some examiners will give you 7. Some might give you a 6.5, depending. You had some very nice natural language. You had good fluency. Band 6 means that you're fluent. Band 7 means that you have good English. This is somewhere between the fluent and good English, according to the IELTS band criteria. The reason why is you have some awkward English in here as well that's kind of like, okay, you wouldn't really say that. Like, let me show you here. At the beginning you said, well, I'm a bit workaholic. You might hear someone say, I'm a bit of a. It's a tricky one. You got to be careful with these expressions. I'm a bit of a workaholic. But most naturally, people would just simply say, I'm a workaholic. Like that. So, well, I'm a workaholic. So naturally, I spend 9 to 10 hours working every day. That's much cleaner. It's just a little adjustment, but it's definitely much cleaner English at this point. Okay, and then you said, and mostly I spend it on studying as well as planning for my future. That's okay, but it's a bit vague. So even if you say this in perfect English, so even if I perfectly say, well, I'm a workaholic, so naturally I spend 9 to 10 hours working every day, and mostly I spend it on studying as well as planning for my future, I probably won't get any more than an 8. Even with perfect English. And the reason why is because it's vague. So for instance, what do you study, Ho?
Well, I'm intend to major in industrial engineering and management.
Okay, now I can give you a much better band score because you're giving me lexical resource, right? So I spend it on studying industrial engineering and management. Okay, as well as planning for your future. What's your future plan? What would you like to do in the future, Ho?
I'm about to embark on the startup careers.
Okay. On a startup career, working for a large multinational company. I'm just going to finish your idea, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now I can give you full lexical resource marks because even if I have perfect English, if I'm vague, if I don't give enough detail and I'm not showing enough lexical resource, the examiner can't give me that very good or expert level of speaking. Band 9, Ho, is what's considered expert level English. And for expert level English, being a native speaker is not good enough. And you don't have to be a native speaker to get a band 9. You have to be an expert speaker. And that means giving details and showing expert communication. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So I do like how you use numbers. I actually love how you said 9 to 10 hours every day. That was very good. Okay. So keep doing that. I'm going to read this question, the answer, and then copy afterwards. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how often do you work? Well, I'm a workaholic. So naturally, I spend 9 to 10 hours working every day. And mostly I spend it on studying industrial engineering and management, as well as planning for my future. I want to embark on a startup career working for a large multinational company. How often do you work?
Well, I'm a workaholic, so naturally I spend 9 to 10 hours working every day, and mostly I spend it on studying industrial engineering and management, and as well as planning for my future. I want to embark on a startup career working for a large multinational company.
Wonderful. That will get you a band 9. Okay. So you're close. Keep practicing because I said 6.5 to 7, but I think with your English, you should be able to score a 7.5 no problem, as long as you invest a couple weeks to just study the right way to answer these questions. Okay.
Yeah, more details, right?
More details. Show that beautiful lexical resource that you have, because after I asked you these questions, that's when I realized, oh, your lexical resource is actually much higher than what you were showing me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, sir.
All right. Keep it up, Ho. Thank you so much and have a wonderful new year.
Yeah. You
All
too.
right. Thanks. Bye bye. Okay, that was Ho, everybody from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. Give Ho a clap. That was fantastic. Okay. When I'm giving this feedback, students, it's not just for the people I'm speaking with, it's for everyone. These are very, very common types of mistakes or weaknesses in the IELTS speaking, and not giving the right details or enough details is typically one of them. Okay, so pay attention to that. Students, please do not call me. I will call you. Okay. All right. I think Juan is messaging me again, and I want to give a second chance. Juan says, yes, sorry, someone called me at the house. All right, second chance, Juan. I believe in second chances. Unfortunately, IELTS doesn't, so be careful. Okay, so are you ready, Juan? Let's try Juan again. I believe in a second chance. Well, IELTS does too. I mean, you can sit your exam as many times as you want, but ideally you don't want to do that. Ideally, you want to pass the first time. Baljit, thanks for the thumbs up. That's awesome. That's my hand. Okay, cool. So Juan is ready. Let's reach out to Juan. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, Juan.
Hello?
Hi, Juan. I hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect, Juan. All right. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Great. And where?
Sorry before someone called me here in the house.
No worries. Yeah. That happens. And where are you right now, Juan?
I am at my house here in Argentina. I live in the Rio Negro province.
Right.
I don't know if you know about geography. When I say that I live in Argentina, people think Buenos Aires immediately, but
No,
because
I know Argentina's pretty big. It's a pretty big country.
Yeah.
So I have a very good friend who is a sommelier, means a wine expert. And of course, Argentina has some famous wines. So I know a little bit about Argentina's geography because of the wine regions like Mendoza. So I do know a bit about it. And my younger brother lived there for almost 2 years, I think. Yeah.
All right, you told me.
Yeah.
I think last week, yeah.
All right, Juan. So let's get into a part one question. Here we go. Remember, you don't have to speak too fast. You have to just speak clearly and with good detail and good grammar, okay? So focus on that. Here we go. Let's talk about work and play. How much time do you have to play?
Well, I work 8 hours every weekday, and also I have to do some chores here at home, and also I have to study, so I don't have much time. I would say maybe I have 1 hour and a half, 1.5 hours to 2 hours to play. I like to play video games at my computer. For example, yesterday I spent 1 hour playing Mortal Kombat 10.
Okay. Are we really on Mortal Kombat 10 already?
Yeah, actually there is a new one, but yeah, Mortal Kombat 10 is like old already.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm really old then. I remember playing Mortal Kombat 2. All right. Okay. Well, that's, yeah, reality. Okay, let me give you some feedback. So your band score, I think, would be like a band 7-ish. It could have been higher, but I think that your band score went like this. It started high. You started at like band 8, maybe even 8.5, but then your band score slowly but surely kind of fell and went down to maybe a 7. So the start of what you were saying was good English, okay? So you said, well, I work 8 hours every weekday, and also I have some chores at home. So what you're doing here is you're giving me the explanation before you're giving me the answer. Okay, so your strategy here was explanation, and then you gave me the answer, okay, and then you gave me an example, right? it's okay, but you have to be careful. If you follow that strategy, it's easier to make mistakes. That's why I don't suggest that structure for most people. I would definitely recommend to start with the answer, then explanation, then example. It's easier to stay coherent this way. Okay. It keeps you more focused on the answer as well. So I would start with like, I don't have much time to spend on recreational activities. Okay, instead of play, we can say recreational activities. It's just a fancy paraphrase to pick up some lexical resource marks. But the key point here is that I'm focusing on answering the question directly. So I don't have much time to spend on recreational activities, maybe only an hour a day. You don't have to tell me the truth if you're getting yourself into trouble saying an hour and a half. I speak 2 other languages as well, and I know that time is kind of interesting. When we talk about time in other languages, we speak about it differently. There's different kind of ways to refer to time, especially when we talk about a quarter hour, a half hour. We say it differently. So I speak Hungarian, for instance, and we say like quarter to the hour, but we would never really say that in English. And I think in Spanish there are some differences as well. So you have to be careful and don't overcomplicate. Just keep it simple. So I don't have much time to spend on recreational activities, mainly maybe only about an hour a day. And now the explanation, because I have 8 hours of work each weekday, as well as lots of chores. I had 1 hour to play Mortal Kombat 10 yesterday, and then that's it. Okay, and now you're making sure that you're not making mistakes. You've got a lot of clarity, good fluency, and you're keeping that band 8, band 9 score. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In my case, while telling the time, I think it's kind of basic, but it's one of those things that I still like kind of struggle with.
Even native speakers do, Juan. Sometimes when native speakers in any language, whether I'm speaking Spanish, Hungarian, or English, when native speakers are talking about the time, because our brain has to switch between math and language. And when our brain gets 2 tasks, one is math and one is language, then sometimes it short circuits. It's like, oh, quarter to, I mean, 1 quarter, I mean, it's 15 past, right? So like, just think about that situation where suddenly somebody on the street asks you what time it is, and you're like, oh, it's, you're like, sorry, it's 2:15, right? Like it takes a second to register, right? So that's why simple is beautiful. It's keep it easy, okay? Keep it simple. So let me read this, or let me ask this question again, give you a nice smooth answer, and then repeat after me, okay?
Okay.
All right. So how much time do you have to play? I don't have much time to spend on recreational activities, maybe only an hour a day, because I have 8 hours of work each weekday, as well as lots of chores. I had 1 hour to play Mortal Kombat 10 yesterday. How much time do you have to play?
Well, I don't have much time to spend on recreational activities. Maybe only 1 hour a day, because I have 8 hours of work each day, as well as lots of chores. I had 1 hour to play Mortal Kombat 10 yesterday.
Okay, see, much better. And again, it's so mostly it's the structure. So really get the answer, explanation, example structure in your head. And this is for everybody, Juan. So everybody who's watching, master using the structure of answer, explanation, example. And once that becomes automatic, so when a question is asked, you can automatically get that structure going, then start to play with other kinds of structures like explanation, answer, example, or you can even go example, explanation, answer. So you can move these around, but first, the basic structure, the clearest structure is answer, explain, example. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Juan, keep it up. Thank you for volunteering, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day in Argentina.
Thank you.
All right. Bye for now.
See you later. Bye.
Okay, that was Juan. Give Juan a thumbs up. If you remember, you can use my thumb for that thumbs up. Okay, let's take another volunteer. Arda has been very, very patient today, so let's reach out to Arda. I don't think I've reached out to Arda in a while. So are you ready? Arda is very fluent, so I'm sure we can get a couple more questions in there. Okay. So hopefully Arda's still here. Arda's been very patient. Let's see. Okay, Arda's still here. All right.
Hello?
Hi Arda, how are you?
I'm kind of under the weather. I have a headache right now.
Oh, no. Well, hats off to you, because obviously you're very studious, even though you're under the weather. You are calling in, and that is fantastic. I hope you feel better soon. Drink lots of fluids. Orange juice, if you got it, is good.
All right, I'll try. Thank you.
Yeah, lots of, especially with a headache, especially when you have a headache, it's good to drink lots and lots of fluids. So tea, chamomile tea is another good home remedy. Okay, Arda, I will ask you a question.
Can I ask a question before you ask?
Sure. Yeah, you can ask me a question before asking a question.
Like, what if I don't work? Like, what if I'm a student? And
Yeah.
like, is the examiner going to ask me, like, do you like your school or what?
Yeah, good question. They might. So some examiners might kind of digress into making it clear that school is a type of work, okay? But if you don't work, you have to be clever. And that can happen. So it's a very good question, Arda, because that can happen to students where the topic doesn't necessarily pertain to them directly. It means it's not really a part of their lives, okay? The IELTS speaking and writing, they really try to have topics that work for everybody, but of course that's not possible. You know, there's so many people in the world, right? So sometimes there's an exception, and sometimes that person can be you. You can be the exception. Now, working can be studying. So when you're studying, that can be considered work. Or doing chores can be considered work. So if you're working around the house, cleaning up, if you're chopping wood for the fireplace, that can all be considered work. So work isn't necessarily just employment. It's not just necessarily where you go into an office and you get paid. Notice how I think it was Ho that answered that question very well earlier. And I didn't emphasize it, but he did a great job on that. So he said, I'm a workaholic. Let me bring back
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so here it is. Everybody can see it. So this is what Ho said. Ho said, I'm a workaholic. So naturally I spend 9 to 10 hours working every day. And then he said, mostly I spend it on studying industrial engineering. So he basically explained it indirectly right away that his work is his studies. Okay. And that made it very clear for me that his studies, probably his master's studies, is his work, right? Okay. So to answer your question shortly, you have to be dynamic and you have to be able to adapt the question. Don't box yourself into thinking that work just means I go to work as a cashier and get paid $10 an hour kind of thing. Like don't think that way. Okay.
So like, can I answer this question as like school or like?
Yeah, you can,
Okay.
and clarify it. So you can say, well, I don't have a paid job. However, I do lots of schoolwork. And as soon as you say I do lots of schoolwork, you're making it clear that school is your work. Just like Ho made it clear that as a workaholic, his school is his workaholic work. You see how that makes sense for the listener?
Yes, it does.
Okay, good question. Very good question. And I think that's an important question for a lot of our viewers. Okay, so let me ask you this question. Do you like your work? Why or why not?
I have not experienced working in a paid job actually. I study mathematics and science at my high school. I like how huge my high school is, and my teachers are very kind. It's kind of sad that I have to graduate from my high school next year.
Okay, good, beautiful fluency. You would definitely get a very high band score for that. I think band 8 for sure, maybe a 9. I think that you can, I mean, I couldn't even keep up with you there. I'd have to be one of the fastest typers in the world or use one of those courtroom typographs, I think they're called. Anyway, so one improvement is to be a little bit more specific to the question. So do you like your work? I have not experienced working in a paid job actually, but in my schoolwork, and notice how schoolwork is one word in English. It's schoolwork, just one word, okay?
Schoolwork,
But in my
right.
schoolwork, I really like, just a sec.
I really like how huge it is. Or
I really
how
like
huge.
all of my classes
Hmm.
and my studies. I definitely enjoy going to school, meeting my friends, and picking up knowledge from my teachers. I spent 2 hours on homework last evening, and it was fun. Okay, so I keep coming back to the topic of that question. Do you like your work? So if my school is my work, I like it, I enjoy it, I have fun with it, and I keep thinking of those key words like, fun, enjoy, have fun. You see what I mean with
Yes.
that? Okay, so here we go. Do you like your work? I have not experienced working in a paid job actually, but in my schoolwork, I really like all of my classes and my studies. I definitely enjoy going to school, meeting my friends, and picking up knowledge from my teachers. I spent 2 hours on homework last evening, and it was fun. Okay, so here we go. Do you like your work?
I actually have not experienced working in a paid job, but in my schoolwork, I like my classes and my teachers. I enjoy going to my school and spend time and study with my friends. I just studied for mathematics for 2 hours yesterday. I had fun.
Very nice. So see, all of those paraphrases of the like with fun and enjoy, it really emphasizes the target of the question. And with your fluency, that's exactly what you want to do to guarantee that band 9 is to paraphrase that key word, because it's kind of like if you imagine a game of darts, every time you say fun, enjoy, like, it's like you're throwing the dart into the bullseye for the examiner. You see what I mean? Not kind of on
Yeah.
the edges, because the edges on the dartboard are like the green area. That's kind of like the band 8, but it's that red center that's the bullseye, and that's what you want to be hitting with all of these paraphrased words. Does that make sense?
Yeah, all right, I get it.
Okay, a lot of visual cues there. Okay, Arda, thank you again for showing that nice fluency and great English, and keep up the good studies.
Thank you as well. Thank
Okay,
you for the feedback.
and I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I'll try to recover.
All right, I'm sure you will. Okay, bye, Arda.
See you.
All right, that was Arda. Send Arda some healing vibes, everybody. Hopefully he'll feel better soon. Okay, Bakrat, I know, has been super patient over the past little bit here. So let's see if we can reach out to Bakrat. Bakrat says, I want to volunteer. Okay, Bakrat, are you ready? I remember I've seen Bakrat in the last couple classes too, but I never had a chance to connect with him. So let's see. Okay. Okay. Bakrat says yes.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Bharat. I can hear you. How are you?
Okay, I'm good. I'm doing great.
Awesome. Finally, we're able to connect, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So I
Bharat.
was like looking for you last 2 weeks. Now I got a chance.
I know. Yeah, I do my best, Bharat. It's just, there's so many volunteers. So, but I'm glad that you hung in there, and that's great. Okay, let me ask you a question. Give me a nice full sentence answer, okay? All right. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. What are your favorite games to play?
My one of my favorite games is badminton. I like to play with my friends, and this way I can exercise and stretch on myself. Just yesterday, I played around 1 to 2 hours, and unfortunately, I lost the match.
Okay. Okay, 2 hours. And you lost your match. And I lost my match. All right.
And that's true.
And that's true. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not just making it up. Well, I'm sorry you lost. I'm sure you win sometimes. Okay. So not bad. I had a little trouble hearing you. It sounds like your microphone came a little bit unplugged or something at the time. I mean, and that, if you have a technical...
There is a reason for that.
Yeah. So in the exam, of course, that's not going to happen if you're face-to-face, but for everybody watching, do make sure that you're speaking loud and clear so the examiner can really hear you well, okay? So I heard... Yes, go ahead, Parad.
Yeah, I have a friend who is studying just right behind me and who is solving some mathematical problem.
Oh, I see.
I don't want to disturb him.
I see. So that's why you're a little bit quiet. You can't be too loud. I see. That's respectful of you. So you said my favorite game is badminton. I like to play it with my friend. And then you said this way also I get exercise. This is where, Bharat, I would use that correlative conjunction. We just released a YouTube short or Instagram reel on this as well. I would use the not only here. I didn't hear you use that. So not only is it fun, but in this way, I can also, it's more natural, I can also get some good, and badminton's a fast game. You move around a lot, so a nice qualifying word here would be cardiovascular. Do you know this word, cardiovascular?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know me the exact name. It's kind of like exercising.
Yeah, it means you're sweating. It means you're exercising the heart. Your cardiovascular system is the circulatory system that moves the blood in your body. It's like a heart exercise, right? So it's cardiovascular exercise. Using a word like that really helps your lexical resource, Mark. Just yesterday, I played for 1 to 2 hours and I lost my match. That's great like that. Okay, just repeat after me. So I'm going to say this and repeat. What are your favorite games to play? Why? My favorite game is badminton. I like to play it with my friend. Not only is it fun, but in this way I can also get some good cardiovascular exercise. Just yesterday I played for 1 to 2 hours and I lost my match. What are your favorite games to play?
My favorite game is badminton. I like to play with my friend. Not only is it fun, but in this way I can also get some cardiovascular exercise. Just yesterday, I played for 1 to 2 hours and I lost my match.
Okay. Now, it's still not a band 9, and the reason why is because an important point that we've missed is the plural, games, right? So, so here, to make this a band 9, we need to be more accurate to the question. My favorite games are sports games, especially racket games, like tennis or badminton. Okay, so now we recognize and respect the plural in the question. So my favorite games are sports games, especially racket games. Rackets are the object that you hold for tennis or badminton or ping pong, right? They're rackets, okay? Well, ping pong actually not, I should correct there, but those are rackets with the mesh in them, okay? and I like to play with my friends. Now it's a band 9. Okay, Bharat? So let's do this one more time. My favorite games are sports games, especially racket games like tennis or badminton. And I like to play with my friend. Not only is it fun, but in this way I can also get some good cardiovascular exercise. Just yesterday I played for 1 to 2 hours and I lost my match. Try one more time. What are your favorite games to play?
My favorite games are sports games, especially racket games like tennis or badminton. I like to play with my friend. Not only is it fun, but in this way, I can also get some good cardiovascular exercise. Just yesterday, I played for 1 hour and I lost my match.
Much better. Now you're answering the question perfectly. Okay, Bharat, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. I hope your friend behind you or beside you does well in their math studies, and I will be looking for you later on as well, okay?
Thank you.
You are very welcome. Keep it up. Okay, so that was very respectful, Bharat, with a soft and gentle voice, paying respect to his fellow peer studying nearby. All right, Ishan's got tons of messages going on here. Let's try to reach out to Ishan. All right, Ishan, are you ready? Let's do this. Here we go. One more. We'll take one more for today. Thank you for the thumbs up and the support, students. I'm seeing all of that, and that's great. Okay, Ishan is ready. Here we go with Ishan. No girls today so far. Hello, Ishan. I hear that you picked up, but I don't think you have your microphone enabled in the chat. So you're going to have to test your system with some other students. Ishan, if you have a question, because I see that, you can also send me an email. Okay, Ishan? So next time. All right. Let me see if I can, let's, one girl. Let's take one girl. Let's take Marjona. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Hopefully Marjona is still there. I just realized we had no female volunteers so far today, or I haven't picked any, so let me reach out to Marjona. Hopefully she is still there. We'll see. Looking for one more volunteer. Okay, I'm not seeing a response from Marjona, so maybe not. Oh, no. Let's see. It's hard to know by names only who is male, who is female. Okay. Let's do one more then. Let's do Taran Deep. Taran Deep's got a lot of... Okay, are you ready? Let's see if Taran is ready. Taran says, I am ready. Please, of course. Let's see if you're there. I need to get a response, students, so look for the chat first, because I don't want to just call you and surprise you, and then it's not going to work. Okay, Taran says yes. All right, let's try Taran.
Hello,
Hi, Taran. How are you?
I'm fine.
Nice. Okay, Taran, speak nice and loud so I can hear you clearly, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, Taran, I will ask you a part one question. Give me a nice full sentence answer, okay? All right. And please try to speak a little bit louder so I can hear you clearly, okay?
Yes, of course.
right. Okay, here we go, Taran. So, if you could change one aspect of your job or school, what would it be?
Well, if I want to change my school, well, first of all, I want to talk about I do not do any job. If I talk about my school, I want to change my school from PSEB to CBSE in my country. There are a major difference in both school, and this is the type of I change my school because there are a lot of difference between both type of schools and a lot of benefit in the CBSE school.
Okay. All right. So that answer there, Taran, would get you about a band 6. And I'll tell you why. You're very fluent, but you're lacking clarity. It's not really clear for me what you're actually talking about. So you said, well, if I want to change my school, first of all, I want to talk about I wouldn't do any work. That's kind of jumpy. Okay. So you want to be a little bit more concise, shorter and clear, okay? And then you said something about a CBSC school to a different type of school, but I don't know what that actually means. So you'd have to explain it to be clear, okay? Like the type of school. So is it like a private school versus a public school? So I'm not sure what those acronyms mean. So be very careful giving information that might be unclear to your examiner. If your examiner is from India and they are, clear about the meanings of those abbreviations or words, that's great. That's fine. It'll work for them. But be careful. If they're not, they might not understand what you're talking about, okay? Does that make sense? All right. So what I recommend is keep it simpler. Okay. So I currently do not work. Okay. Don't say phrases like, first of all, I want to talk about it. It's confusing. Okay. So I currently do not work, but if I could change one part of my school, it would be from a public to a private school because the quality of teaching is better in private institutions. My friend goes to a private school and his teachers are amazing. Okay. All right, so keep it simple. I do like how you use the condition. That's great. Give a clear answer. Okay, so I'm going to say this, repeat after me. So I currently do not work, but if I could change one part of my school, it would be from a public to a private school because the quality of teaching is better in private institutions. My friend goes to a private school and his teachers are amazing. Okay, repeat after me. If you could change one aspect of your job or school, what would it be?
Well, I currently do not work, but if I could change one part of my school, it could be from public to private school because the quality of teaching is better in private institution. My friend goes to a private school and his teachers are amazing, and as well as now he is a good communicator, public speaker.
I like how you tried to add that end part, but I think it's off topic. So don't, don't overdo it. Okay. So just stop there. But great effort. I love that. Okay. All right. You have a fantastic rest of your day, Taran. Thank you so much for volunteering.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity.
You are very welcome. Keep up the good studies. Bye, Taran. Okay, that was Taran, everyone. Give Taran an applause. He will be the last of all of our volunteers for today. And Again, remember, students, you can speak to each other in this interface. This is presented to you, this lesson, by aehelp.com and glshelp.com. Again, for over 100 hours of a video course, interactive slides, original practice exams. Click those big red join now button. Okay. And again, remember, you have this discount, the Lunar New Year discount, 30%, Tiger 9. So use that on the website to get that 30% off. I hope that everybody has an awesome rest of your day. Thank you so much, Carolina, for moderating the chat. Jainil, Rashika, Pravashna, members, thank you so much for your support. Thank you, viewers. I will be back tomorrow with more IELTS live lessons. I'm Adrian. I'm signing out from beautiful Victoria for now. Much love to all of you. Goodbye.